In this video, we're going to focus on the align positioning option in the Chart.JS plugins data labels. And what is very important here with these data labels is this part must be in conjunction, or in other words, connected or combined with the anchor option. Because with the anchor, you position it, which will be the starting point. However, from there on, you can still adjust it with the align or the alignment. So let's start and explore here, because right now you can see here we have this, and I can imagine you are saying, wait a minute, this is nice, but I want it on top, not exactly on the very top part of the bar chart, but I just want it here above, because this doesn't make any sense. And you're absolutely right, we're going to explore this right now, how we can do this. So what we're going to do is, the first thing is we're going back here to our positioning here. So right now we have this positioning, and we go back to options. So I already discussed the anchor, and if you don't know the anchor, please check my previous video for that. So we click on alignment here, and then the align option defines the position of the label relative to the anchor point position and orientation. Alright, if you were asking what's the orientation of the anchor, I explained in the previous video, scale, horizontal, vertical, please check that. However, here now we're going to look at the relative, and you can see here, wherever is the anchor point, and then what you can do is you can start to move them so up, down, left, right, top, bottom. You can see here. By default, it is set on the center. And this is right now what's happening here in our chart. So what is happening here is you can see we set the anchor on the top. Sorry, at the end. That's the right term. So we set the anchor at the end, and then we have the align. The align is currently by default set on center. So if we save this center, refresh, you can see nothing happens. So this is correct, because what is happening right now is the anchor point is here at the top. If you do the anchor point at the bottom, it will move it. If you do it at start, you can see here, that's the anchor point. So that's the anchor point, and right now the anchor point is connected with the align, which is at the center. So this doesn't make any sense unless you want to use center. If you do center, this makes sense. But else, I would say we need to change that. So we say here end. Then here we can readjust the orientation of it, or specifically the positioning of it. As you can see here, it has center, start, end, right, bottom, top, left, and top. So let's see here. As you can see here, this almost in the same direction, following the same direction. All right, so you can see here, if we do left, if the anchor point is here, wherever the anchor point is, let's say at the end here, let's do this. This is at the end. So if you have left, it will move you to the left side. If you do right, it will move to the right side. So let's explore that one first. Do alignment, left. As you can see here, now it will be at the left side of the anchor. Well, the anchor is in the center here, top center basically. So you can see here now the alignment will move it again to the right. If we move at the right side of the alignment, if the alignment is here, that's what it does. So if you look here more at the positioning, you can see at the scale. Then you can start to see here, we have as well start, we have right, left, and right, which is talking about degrees. And then we have top and bottom. So basically in our case, we want to put it at the top, the very top here. If we save that, refresh, you can see now we're moving up to the top here, exactly the top, because here is the anchor point, somewhere here, and here at the, we put it on top. So if we do here bottom, you'll see it will reposition itself at the bottom, just below the anchor point. And what do we have more? We have, if I'm not mistaken, we have the start. So we do start, exactly the same. The start and end here will not notice, you will not notice much. And the reason why is because here in this case, we're not talking about a circle. Or basically you can see here, where left and right is working with angle degrees. This will not happen if your orientation is just basically a horizontal or vertical orientation. If you have a donut orientation, which is a radial orientation, it will work with degrees, and then this will become very interesting. But this is basically, you can see here as the radial, how it works, left, right, start, all of these. Very straightforward. All right. But besides this, there's also a nice option here. It's called the offset. Let's look at the offset here. The offset represents the distance in pixels. All right. So let's go back here to the options, and I wanted to check here if we can find the offset here. We have the offset. All right. Offset by default is set on number 4. You can see alignment and offset are matched to each other, because what is the offset? As you can see in here, this is the anchor. This would be the value. The offset is the space between that. And maybe you say, well, I look at this, but I want my space to have far more space between here. You can see it's only 4 pixels. Basically, from here, you have to look at this one here, and that's probably fine. Here, this point here to here up is only 4 pixels. So let's adjust that one. Let's control the offset. And all we do is here, maybe 10 pixels instead of. Oh, sorry. Do not put any quotations or backticks. It's a number. Remember, it's a number, so it's not a string. Save this. Make sure you put after alignment a comma. Save that. Refresh, and now you can see our offset is moving above. And of course, you have to pay attention here. Too much offset would mean that you will basically cut away a part of it. So let's say we do 50 pixels. Now you can see here, now you're losing one of your values here, or your data labels. Very important to control this, but most of the time 4 is fine, 10 is decent as well, especially if you like to have a certain design on it. However, this is the way how you can control and how you can put a data label on top of a bar chart. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you enjoy this video, you probably will enjoy this one as well. And if you're interested in Chart.js, check out in the description box the link directing to my Chart.js course, where you can learn everything about Chart.js. And finally, of course, make sure you subscribe to my channel.